Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com talking to you about colos versus public cloud. Or is it more colos in public cloud? Colo providers, the Rackspaces, the Equinixes of the world, have been put into kind of this weird situation where you get Amazon, AWS, Google Compute, Azure, just kind of taking up all of the breath in the industry when it comes to hosted services. However, there is a great spot for colos to play in your cloud strategy. First off, colos offer what is essentially the closest connectivity you can get to public clouds within a specific region. For example, Equinix plays in this space called cloud hotelers, where Amazon, Google Compute, Azure, and even some of the SaaS providers such as Salesforce, Workday, etc., co-locate services or points of presence in these facilities. So you can have literally a 10 gigabit Ethernet going from the Equinix side of the house or the Rackspace side of the house to facilities that AWS or one of these other companies host. So you can get as fast of a connection to these cloud providers as possible. Well, what does that mean? One of the advantages of VMware vCloud on AWS is the close proximity to AWS. If you have a latency or speed sensitive application, bandwidth hungry application, these colos can offer the space close enough to these services to warrant, staying with the same architecture. VMware Cloud and AWS kind of champions the ideal of not having to have to re-platform your application. If you don't want to re-platform your application and the cost of hosting the application in a VM on the cloud doesn't make financial sense, a colo plays a pretty good alternative. You get ultra low transfer rates in and out of from the colo to the cloud provider, and you get relatively low latency and obviously a high bandwidth connection to the cloud provider. You can go with a cheaper model of compute by having either co-located facilities, your own storage and networking, or you can lease these from the colo as a hosted service, which lets you get out of your physical data center, but get the advantages of the cloud. You know what? You have questions about this, you can email me. Literally, I'm giving out my email address, keith@thectoadvisor.com. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions via email. If you have just want to join the conversation publicly, you can do that on Twitter @CTOadvisor on Twitter, and then you can follow this content and all content as usual from the CTO Advisor at www.thectoadvisor.com. Talk to you next, CTO.